We are dang near done, y'all. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shauna, and if you are new here, we're a homeschooling family of 4 in our 7th year of homeschooling, but we have just wrapped up the 3rd quarter of the 2023-2024 homeschool year, where we have a 6th grader and a 2nd grader. Guys, right now I am sharing our 3rd quarter update. Before we go any further, guys, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. I am going to do this 3rd quarter update a little bit differently. I have my clipboards, and I don't think I'm gonna run down every single thing because I do that a lot, and because, believe it or not, very soon, in March even, so this month, we will be sharing our kit recaps, and it will start wrapping into kind of the wrap up. So I don't feel compelled to talk about every single thing. I do feel compelled to hit the highlights. So that is what I want to do with you today. Now, because we are wrapping up our 3rd quarter, we are so far into so many of our curriculum pieces that we are like, we have finished several like thinking things, but those are kind of smaller books and things like that. But we are definitely getting into like finishing things. And in the spirit of finishing things, because we're coming to the end of All About Reading and to the end of Skill Sharpeners Geography, and I have to tell you that I am genuinely like sad. Like I'm going through a grieving process about this, and I recognize that that's extreme, but hear me out. I have done this for 7 years, and for five of those years, I have been using a Skill Sharpeners Geography and an All About Reading. I've used officially every single level of both of those programs, and I love them. I enjoy them. I need your help. I need to know what the replacement for that geography is for 7th grade because I don't know what it is yet. I don't know. I don't know how I do know how I feel. I'm sad. This is a big deal. And that also means it's kind of a milestone for my homeschool and for my parenting that, you know, my youngest one has used every single level of All About Reading. So pre-reading, and now is finishing up the last level. And we intend to transition to go into the island level. I think the first level of the Michael Clay Thompson program. And it says, you know, they are ready for this when they are no longer learning to read, but they are reading to learn. And I will be damned if that is not where we are. And I feel like it was like slow and slow, bam. And a spark has ignited, her speed has picked up, her proficiency has picked up, like her ability to get the word, and she is reading dinosaur books from the library and gaining information from what she is reading on her own, independently, inside her brain, reading. So that is a big deal. Right? That's a big threshold for homeschooling and parenting. That means that both children that I was in charge of educating can now officially read, like at the point where they can now go and be a little bit responsible for the education and the information that gets input into them. It's a little bit on them. So that is weird and wild and crazy. Now that I've mentioned the Michael Clay Thompson program, I just, in the last few weeks, I like it. You guys know I like it and I keep using it. In the last few weeks, I have truly realized my appreciation for the program, the format, the way it works. We are into the 4th, which I have not used before, the 4th of 5 books for the Poodle series, which is the entry-level grammar using with my youngest, in addition to the All About Reading. It's so easy for her. She loves it so much. It's all about preposition. So it's like, okay, well, what's here? She can read the sentence now. She picks out the preposition. She circles the object of the preposition, and then she can label both the subject and the verb in the sentence. And I mean, that's amazing to me. Like, I don't know that I could have done that before we started using these Poodle books. So I not to, I mean, and the same, doing the essay level with my oldest one, I feel like we've finished kind of the essay portion of it, but she's on to the poetry, and she's appreciating the poetry and writing the poetry with sound. And he likens poets to scientists, which I think is just so good, because they both have an intense observation of the world around them, and it's not wrong, and they just convey the information with others in a different way. And it's one of those things where it just struck me, and I was like, that is brilliant and gorgeous and true, and it makes me very happy. Yes, we are wrapping up a lot of the things that we do together, Mom and Me Mondays. We are on track, which I'm a very disciplined person, and I will be speaking actually pretty soon at a homeschool conference, and I will be speaking about time management. Like, that is the topic of my super long stand on stage, talk to people. So time management, and I feel like I'm good at it. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm good at it. So our time management is good. We are right on track. We are right where I want to be as of right now. I just recently recounted. We should be finishing up the very first week of May, which will be perfectly timed for all the things I want to do in May. So we are on schedule. We are on track. It makes me very happy. We also, looking at math, you guys know that I love it. So I've started doing my research because, and I've heard this in the past, we are on pre-algebra with my oldest, that algebra, there's a lot of, strong opinions both ways about whether their algebra is enough, not enough, covers enough, doesn't cover enough. Well, and I think in a response to that, they have changed it. So you can either get the version that's always been or a new version. And looking at I don't know how I found it. Maybe if I can remember, I'll try to remember to link it. But there's a side-by-side chart. It seems like those changes would wonderfully serve my kid. So I'm interested about that for next year. And then, so my second grader, and she's been supplementing with the times tables. Again, I'll link that down below. But she did her 56 problem math test, and I think she missed one. And she did it really quickly. So I only make them do, usually on test weeks, I'll make them do one page of the test. There's front, back. I make them do one page of the test a day, and we just don't do math lesson that week. So it was less than 5 minutes every day. She was it was so good. It was so good. And then now she has moved on to double digit, and granted just by one bottom digit. There's numerator? I don't know. There's a word for the one on the bottom. I don't know what it is. But a single digit on the bottom and 2 or 3 digit numbers up top. And she's, and it doesn't have any carrying, so it's really basic, but she got the first page and was able to do the entire thing, the entire 15 problems in about 5 minutes, because she understood, I just showed her how to keep it in line, and you go straight up and then you move over, and that was it. It just boom, boom, that was it. So my second grader, who is 7, is doing 2 and 3 digit multiplication. So I know. So that is all awesome. Now let's talk about something that sucks. Okay? Yeah. I have done myself a disservice with science this year, and my kids are getting the information, and we are most of the way through. So we're going to stick it out. We've modified the Discover Science. I have zero intention, if I can help it, ever again from using a textbook-based science. I don't like it. My kids don't like it. As you guys know, I really like to do history and science together. I like the kind of, and it really is, this is one of the reasons I like Michael Clay Thompson, the discussion of it, the absorption of it, the appreciation and love of it. I will not do this to myself again. So we are shopping around. I've asked for all of your recommendations. I've looked at many things, and a lot of people have really great things to say about Science Mom. Every time I've looked at it, it does not resonate with me. So I do not think we will be going that direction. I do think I know the direction we might go in. So stay tuned. I have a science video coming up soon, and I will share with you so many things because it's important for everybody to have options. Because, things that work for me don't necessarily work for you. So I do want to come and I do want to provide you with a wealth of information so that I can be of service, because I have done this a long time. I have heard about maybe a few more things. Because this platform here, I have access to more recommendations because I've learned so much here. If you just go with what you just know, even if you Google all day long and all night, you will not get the amount of resources where if you simply go to Instagram and say, hit me with your science, boom, it is like flooded with those options. So I do plan to share because science is hard. But I think I have figured out what we're going to do. And we will be doing it as a family because I have to. That's the only way that anybody likes this. And so history and science will be family studies as they should be. And yes, I know 7th grade and 3rd grade are wildly different, and I don't care. It works for us. We adapt for each kid, and it makes it manageable, happy, healthy. I don't know what the right answer is. Good for us. So I think that is everything that I feel like you need to know for our 3rd quarter. Things are good. Things are going well. I have definitely red flagged and identified things that need to change. Oh, one more thing. And I talk about this every time with my scheduler. You guys know I like my Timberdoodle kits, and they come with so many things. I love the elite kits because we've got puzzles and games and building and art and all the things. And we are at that season where all of a sudden again, and this happens every time, people are like, I don't know how to schedule it all, because it will encourage you, and people think they have to do everything all the time, right? So they think, okay, this game has 56 possible options to it, so I need to do 2 a week. Like, do not do that to yourself, okay? Do not do that to yourself. I never once have done that to myself, and I have never been sad I have not done that to myself, because what happens is I keep the things on hand. They pull them out when they're ready. Marilyn pulled out her dino box, and she has done every single activity in that thing in about the last 3 days. And that is good, and it makes her happy, and it makes me happy, and then it is done. And I do not stress about forcing them to do the things. They will get there, the fun things, the art things, the building things. I don't have to force that on them. They will get there when they are ready for it. Another tip that somebody gave me was to get the elite kit, take half the things, put them away for either halfway through the year or put them away for events like birthdays or other gift-giving holidays, which is absolutely brilliant and stretches your dollar farther. So yes, I'm excited because those things are coming out and getting their use as intended, and it makes me happy. Let's see, 3rd quarter. That might be it. And just a little note, be sure to sign up. I'm going to put the link right down below for my monthly newsletter, okay? I will try, if I can remember, to not have it go out until after this video goes up, to give plenty of people a chance to sign up for it, because I have a big announcement for the newsletter subscribers, and I am so excited. So, yes, 'tis the planning season. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much. For those of you who have stayed through to the end, I hope that you found it as helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. I have one more thing I forgot I wanted to share, and that was I recently got asked how the Cultured Kid is going. Awesome and amazing and well. My girls got iPads for Christmas, and they have now both started. My older one had already started it with her phone, but they've started adding in Duolingo. So naturally, they just work it on their own, and it makes me very happy. And so Cultured Kid is a family, Duolingo solo, going well, love it. And we might have to add in like a more serious curriculum next year for language, maybe. I don't know, but it's going really well. So I think that's it. I think that's everything I'm going to say. But I wanted to give you the update on the Cultured Kid because I had somebody ask.